Hello guys. Well, we're back here in Fishing Planet for Fishing Fridays. Welcome to all who are joining me for this stream. Today we're going to be doing San Joaquin, and I'm going to be showing you how to catch all the fish at this lake from one place. At least that's what we're going to try to do in this live stream. I think I can do it. I've been practicing throughout the week. I think I've got this down. Let's go ahead and see what we've got going on. So, what we got here, rod number one is the Rivertex Zeus 810. This is my casting rod. I'm going to be using this and testing out different lures, maybe different things throughout the stream here. I've got an all-around 1210, two all-around 1210s, a Nero 1410, a big ollie, and a Phoenix. Okay, I'm not going to be going for big fish because those are easy to catch. I may hook into some of them, but I'm going to be showing this is for maximum XP. And if I need to go back to the globe to get a bigger rod, I'll do that. So let's go ahead and jump right into the map and let's see here. I'm going to go to a private room and get that done right there. Okay. All right. So here we are right here spawning in. Okay. We're just going to walk straight forward. There's kind of a little hole here where you can just go in, and I'm going to kind of look right at the island, and I'm going to back up here just a smidgen. Let's see here. Yeah, if you go forward, you can't set it, and back up. Aim it right at the island. Okay, and there we go. So let's go with rod one right here, and as you can see, all these buoys right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at these buoys. Let me show you what I'm catching here. Okay, zoom down in here. Okay, so trophy white crappie, trophy bluegill, white catfish, California roach, trophy white crappie, trophy red ear, and trophy white crappie. Okay, so all your panfish are going to be right here. Okay, guys, and you're going to be able to catch them on pretty much anything. Float rods seem to work best. But red worms, bloodworms, crickets, you'll see I'll catch them on all those different things here. So bottom rods, I'm just going to chunk right here. It's kind of hard to chunk the rods here. Really, you want to aim for 30 feet. It's hard to throw a bottom rod at 30 feet. Okay, so 30 feet is what you really want to go for. I've got some wax worms here. That'll work good too. I'm going to just chunk this right here. And we already got something on. It's already on there. Go back 30 feet. Well, and I'm snagged. Setting a rod into your rod stand, well, a lot of times, look at that. Boom. Right out of the gate. Bam. Red ear sunfish right there. Easy peasy. Okay, so we got a red ear sunfish. We'll go for trophy. This one's like really close and it's getting a bite. I mean, 10 feet, you got to cast real close, but it's almost impossible to do. So, let me put red worms on this, and we'll just chunk right here. I'm using a 1/0 hook. That will improve the likelihood of catching a trophy. But if you want the California roach, just go ahead and go with a number 1 or a number 10 hook. Wow, there's something right there giving me a snag. I'm gonna have to throw a different spot. There's your white crappie. Okay. This one got snagged again. Right there where I cast that thing is not a good spot. I'll cast it. You know what? Let's just cast right here. See, you can see the fish. They're right there. They're right at your feet. We'll go 25. All right. Now, also, I've got the big ollies here. Going to cast right here at that buoy right there. Okay. About 145, 140. There's kind of a deep hole right there. All right, so what we've caught so far, we've caught a red ear sunfish and a crappie. And here's another crappie. The bluegill tend to be just a little bit more towards this way. What we got here? A number 2 hook. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put on a small minnow. Okay. And I'm gonna chunk this about 250 feet to that buoy right there. Set that up right there. Okay. Actually, we'll put this down here in a little bit. I got a lot of rods there. I'm gonna take this rod in. Not that one. Nope, wrong one. That one. Okay, now I'm gonna, oops. That rod has already got hit. Whoa, man. That was over dragged there. Whew. Yeah, so you're going to see what you can catch there. From this spot right here, if you can cast 250 feet, you're going to catch every fish in this pond. And you can catch it in trophy or unique size. This is a 20-pound setup here, so, or the 19.5-pound setup, so it's got a pretty decent fish on. I mean, it's giving it some. We'll just set that down and just grab this real quick here. Let's see. Another white crappie. A lot of white crappies right here. And go ahead and just grab this here. This is going to take a while to get in from that distance. I have heavier rods that would make short work of this, but if you want maximum XP, this is the rod here for, this is going to give me good XP on this. Got a Chinook salmon. Look at there, 400. Nice. Let's see what our modifiers are. We got a tackle bonus and a barbless bonus. 441. Great. And yeah, that's why using this rod here will do that. Now, if you want to catch, you can catch Chinook, but we also, let's cast this way. I think I got something biting this. Bunch of little ones there. Let me put this down. Now, I'm going to pull this out. I've got the triple runner 3-foot here. And you see those two buoys right here. If you just cast towards that tree, anywhere between that tree, there's that power line there, is pretty good. You don't want to cast any further down this way or any further up there, but anywhere in there. Get about 250 feet out there. You got to have a good casting rod. This one, it gets shallow and it gets deep. When you go across the deep spots, you run a good chance of landing something. So Yeah, that one's going to go again, and we're going to have another good fish on. Not as good as that Chinook, but we'll pull this out here. Bluegill. Okay, so we got so far Chinook, white crappie, bluegill, red ear sunfish. Okay. Not sure what we got going on here, but there's another Chinook. Yeah. Look at there. 400 XP, 1,000 cash. Really good. Okay, challenge, Salmon Master. Completed that there. Oh, yeah. No, never buy a casting rod. All right. So, 250 feet out there. And we're nailing them out there on that small minnow 2/0 hook. You can go as big as a 6/0 hook. There we go. What are we going to get here? We got something going on our bobber rod. And white crappie. Okay. Set this down. Not getting to really run that lure very much. I'll have to pull these rods in. What do we got here? Another bluegill. And our small minnow is running again. Another good fish. Already earned a lot of XP just on these right here. These big ollies are really good size for the salmon, the steelhead trout, those kinds of fish here at San Juaquin. Striped bass, they're going to work really good for those things. If you want maximum XP, I'm getting really good bonuses with these fish here. And this is going to be a steelhead. No, it's going to be a striped bass. So look at that. Yeah. So striped bass. I should get a steelhead here. In the same spot. Okay. Let's pull this up here. Now we're coming across that buoy. Oh, it done drifted down a little bit. There is a current that's flowing that way. So if you don't pull something, I mean, I cast it over here, but it's already coming from this side. Now, within about 70 feet, there's fish here. You can catch the Chinook and salmon, the steelhead right here, really close. I'm going to just go ahead and take this. There he is right there. Boom. And largemouth bass. So okay, now we've caught the largemouth bass right here. And you can catch that really close, same spot where those buoys are. If I put a small minnow on a bobber, right there by those buoys, catch largemouth bass all day long. You can catch everything on those buoys there, right in front of here. You don't have to go way out here to catch. as far as I'm going, except for the striped bass. Striped bass are not here, but catch largemouth, smallmouth. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I was trying to catch steelhead there, but what do we got here? What do we got? Another striped bass. There, the striped bass. Okay, so now we're gonna just chunk this small minnow right here. Right there. Okay. Now, what we got going on here? Trophy bluegill. All right. So we got trophy bluegill. And get this here. What do we got here? Red ear sunfish. Okay. Now, if you want to catch, let me see here. You want to catch the California, you know, no, I'll do that with the, I'm going to change this out here. Let me get my bobber rod here. And let me go with a number 10 hook. We'll throw bloodworms on. And if you're wondering, my leader's set down to about 25 inches. And we'll just catch the California roach real quick. All right, now oh, he's already on. California. You can always tell those California roaches are so... Well, no, that's not it. I thought that was. That's a little white crappie. It wasn't even barely pulling. Yeah, you put that number 10 hook on and it's going to get bites real quick. There we go. Red ear sunfish. Let me catch the California roach here. I may have to go back to the main menu because there's some baits I ran out of that they don't sell in the local lake store. I'm going to go to... This is my favorite spoon right here for this area, especially at night. The medium holographic. And I can get a little bit further casts with it. I wasn't quite getting out there. Yeah, that California roach is on there. It's so small it can't even really do much. No, that's another tiny little crappie. My goodness. Not even pulling. Trophy white crappie. Whoa, something has got that big ollie doubled up. We got a fish on there. That's going to be a steelhead, and that's going to be a good steelhead. That'll take me a while to get that one in. Let me just chunk this in. There's our California roach. Like I said, they can't even pull the bobber down. Let's see what we got going on here. So if you're wondering what rod this is one of that buoy that's halfway out there, right? About 140 feet. No, it's going to be a Chinook, and it's going to be a good one. Chinook or Chinook, however you want to say it. Oh, my chat box is not up, so if anybody's chatting with me, I'm not seeing it right now. Let me get this fish in. I'll turn my chats on. Whoa, nice fish. Look at that. Whoa, 500 XP. Yeah, buddy. Let me just grab, ooh, baby. We got something here, another California roach. And we got something good right here. Let's go with this. Oh, wrong one. Get this one here. What do we got going on? And this is on a good fish here. Trophy red ear sunfish right there. Okay, so look, we're just catching this stuff right here. There's different missions that you got to complete that want you to complete these things. Let's see what we lack to catch so far. Fish. All right, bluegill, California roach, Chinook salmon, largemouth bass, red ear. I haven't caught the steelhead. Striped bass, white, and sturgeon. So the white catfish also is caught right here, and you can actually catch sturgeon right there. So let's get this rod right here. What's this rod got on it? It's snag. That's why I'm not getting a bite. So let me just chunk it right there. All right. And a little bit of a snag right there. Now what I'm going to do, change. You got to be real careful what you throw right here. Because you can hook a 50-pound sturgeon right there. So if you throw the wrong thing and you hook a sturgeon, especially on this little tiny rod, it's gonna be game over. But I can catch a sturgeon on the big ollie. Let's see what rod I have out there as a number 5. Oh, got an 8-0 hook on this thing. That's why I'm catching those big fish. This is the small minnow. Let's see what we got here. Steelhead right there. Okay, like I said, you can catch steelhead, largemouth bass. So there's the steelhead. And let me change the size of hook on this. I've been catching them big old Chinooks and stuff on here. I'm going to put a 4/0 barbless. And the spawn sack is a deadly bait here at San Joaquin. It's deadly anywhere, but watch out. I'm about to hook a sturgeon on this rod. And it's big ollie, so it's going to be, hopefully I'll hook a small one. That's why I put a smaller hook on. Okay, so just all right there. No, that's not what I want. Let me get this up here off the bottom. There we go. We go into a deep hole there. Oh boy, that's a sturgeon right there. Yeah. That's on the small minnow. No, maybe not. That's a steelhead. That's a good steelhead. Ooh, yeah, come on up here. Nice steelhead. Look at that. Now let's go ahead and grab this one here. This should be, yeah. Let me go ahead and just grab whatever this is to get it out. It's irritating me. There's our white catfish. Yeah, it's all right. I know it was a sturgeon. I'll catch another one. I wanted to mark the white catfish. So, okay, so you've seen the steelhead, the white catfish, largemouth bass. Put this down. Bring this up. Now, change your bait out. Put peas on. And there's another sturgeon. Boom. Nope, that's going to be a Chinook. So, okay. Chinook, 16 pounder right there. Great. Okay. I didn't mark. Did I mark the? Yeah, I did. California roach, the white bass. I need to mark the steelhead. Ah! I got snagged. Stop that. That's going to go. 30 feet seems to be getting me snagged, so. And there's your young carp. So I think one of the missions you have to catch a young carp. That's where you do it right there. Okay. Let me change this bait out again. Let's just put that on there. Yeah. Another steelhead. Ooh, whoa, whoa, come on out. Hey, oh man. There we go. Nice. Okay. I'm telling you, it's all right here. Just going to mark these so I can show them. Okay. All right, hold on a second here. Let me get over here to my chats. Okay, chats are now live, guys. If anybody's been chatting, I'm sorry. I didn't realize my chats were turned off. What do we got going on here? Another white catfish on a minnow. Okay. Okay. I left my other rods in just simply because. Oh, missed it. What do we catch again on minnow? Largemouth bass. Now I can catch bigger fish, guys. I just have to increase the size of hooks. Okay, now that buoy right there, that's about 250 feet, about 240. I have caught a unique steelhead there on a lure. I've never caught a unique. What do we got going on here? Oh yeah, it's a sturgeon. No? I thought it was a sturgeon. Is it a sturgeon? I'm trying to keep it from running by changing the direction I'm pulling on it from. That's not a very big fish, whatever it is. I'm about to lose that. Bite timed out on that one. I lost that headway on that. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be careful what bait you throw right here, because you can catch, sturgeon here. If you have a lightweight rod, you got to use baits that these things aren't going to bite. They will definitely bite on spawn sacks. I've actually hooked one on a cricket before too. So I haven't hooked any on worms, bloodworms, maggots, those kinds of baits. But I have hooked one on a cricket. Need a little bit bigger rod to catch these. I mean, I'll get it in. And man, I'll tell you what, the XP bonus for catching this sucker on a big ollie is going to be huge. Probably 200. Come on. 200 XP bonus just for tackle. This is going to be a good one. Maybe 30, 40 pounder. I'd say close to 40 maybe. I've caught 30 pounders that didn't give me this much of a fight. So, I mean, I'm working it in little by little. Get it going back and forth here. As long as you can keep them from turning around and running, which is what I'm doing this little jerky jerk. It kind of confuses the direction of the fish. So it'll not take off and run. If I can get its head above water, maybe. Come on. Nope. I gotta be careful. It's gonna turn around and run. There. Up. There we go. Ooh, 46 pound. Whoo, baby, look at that. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Oh, barbless. 166 tackle modifier, man. Ha ha. Almost 1,000 XP for catching that on this big ollie. Cool. What is this here? Ooh, we got the crankbait. I've already got that crankbait, but ooh, 2,000 cash. What is this for? San Juaquin exploration. I guess that. Okay, so let's see. We've caught the striped bass, white catfish, crappie, sturgeon, steelhead. We haven't caught the smallmouth bass. That's the only thing we haven't caught. Small minnows. I've caught it here before, but they're not real common. Bass jigs, common carp, snook. Yeah, I've caught everything but the smallmouth bass. And I have caught that here too. I just haven't marked it, but I've only caught it a few times. So, let's not do that again. Let's go with small minnows. Okay. Put that out there, right there. Now, let's grab this. Now we'll cast this down here again. Whatever got on it wasn't very big, so I wanted to catch that. Hopefully we'll get us a little bit of a delay here. Now, I've caught the unique steelhead in this direction, 4 or 5 times on this very lure. It's the only lure I've ever hooked it on. 263 feet. That's why I love this Rivertex here. This rod setup right here, man, it is. It can cast a country mile. You'll notice there's a little deep spot coming up right about. Oop, got a little hit. Oop, a little snagged. Snagged something. What we got going on there? All right. Let's see. I've also caught the unique steelhead by that buoy by the green dock down there. But this is a good fish. Whoa, 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 what in the world? Must be a steelhead. Giving me a bit of a fight. It's a nice steelhead. What do we got here? Good deal. All right, so let me change baits. I'm gonna put duck muscle meat on, and I'm gonna change the hook size out, and we're gonna go with an 8/0 barbless. Okay, and I'm gonna throw this right there. Let's just do one. I was going to do 115. Okay. And you're like, duck muscle meat? What in the world's going to bite duck muscle meat? You'd be surprised. I'll just keep that. I'll put duck muscle meat on this one too. And I'm going to chunk it right here. Should be about 90 feet. Yeah, that'll work. Things aren't that precise. Alright, now. Get this. It's probably going to be some kind of a shell. Yeah. Clamshell. Now. The problem with this spoon is really hard to keep off the bottom because it's so shallow out there until you get to the deep spots. Ooh, there's something right there. Wait for it to get deep. There we go. Now this is a heavy duty rod here, so it's not the unless it's a big fish, it's not going to give it a work out. The unique steelhead will give it a workout. Trophy steelhead, okay. Let's see, I'll mark that. All right. And this that's going to be another sturgeon. Sturgeons love duck muscle meat. But where I cast this other one that I'm right here, you will not get a sturgeon in that spot, fortunately. And we'll just switch out. I'll show you what we catch on an 8-0 hook. Come on. Look at that. Just switch out here real quick to see if we can land both these fish. On big ollies, man. This is fun. Remember, barbless hooks, you give them any slack, they're going to get off. You're like, what has he got on there? It's not a sturgeon. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Switch, 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 switch. There we go. Oops. A 10-pound carp is what that is. I thought it was a sturgeon, but nope. This is going to be a little better sized carp. Carp is what we're catching on duck muscle meat. This is going to be a decent carp here. 10 a.m. time just changed. Could be a trophy or a unique. I don't know. It's fighting. It's definitely a trophy. But look at the, see that? I can see a belly on it down there. Ooh, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, you put an 8-aught hook on duck muscle meat. I've caught. Uh-oh. Had something freeze up here. Here we go. What we got here going on? A trophy 27-pound common carp. Look at that. Ooh, almost 1100 XP, guys. Check it out. So that's going to be right there, okay? I'll show you here where we're looking at here. Unique common carp, trophy common carp, trophy 27 pounds, 20 pounds, and 43-pound unique common carp. Right, okay, right there. Now, over here where I cast the other rod, trophy common carp, unique common carp, unique common carp, unique common carp. Okay. All right. And white sturgeon. You also catch sturgeon right there. So that is if you cast over here with duck muscle meat and an 8-0 hook, you will hook sturgeon, but not very often. Sturgeon don't like that 8-0 hook, the 8-aught hook. If you use the 6-aught or 4-aught, you're going to have more sturgeon. You will hook the sturgeon on the 8-aught hook, but not as often. But if you put a smaller hook on and you use spawn sacks or duck muscle meat, you're going to catch one sturgeon after the other right there. But over here, you're not going to catch sturgeon. You will catch just common carp right there on duck muscle meat. And you will catch big ones. You saw the bunch of uniques over here. I catch more uniques over here, but I catch more trophies over here. Okay. And so that is it, guys. I mean, good grief, that didn't take no long at all. I mean, geez, many cricky totalies. We just wiped it out. Everything but the smallmouth bass. You can catch the smallmouth bass right here. You know, but the problem is that you got to get past a lot of other things to catch it. So it's really not part of any mission. I have caught it. I'm going to leave all the lure rods out. I mean, all the bait rods out. And I'm just going to show you that casting right this way. You have, if you can get out there past 250 feet, okay, keep that lure up off the bottom. There's 3 opportunities. Right where you land, there's an opportunity to hit a fish. And then it gets shallow, and then as it gets deep again, there's another deep spot, like a hole. You see, if you watch the lure indicator over on the right, now you can see it's up in the air, up in the middle. There's a hole there. See, I had a hit, and there's a good spot there to catch. There we go. Okay, this is a better fish. You can catch striped bass. You can catch Chinooks. You can catch steelhead in that second hole. Okay, so you can catch them right at where it lands. This is going to be a steelhead. Okay. All right. But let's go ahead. Right where it lands, there's kind of like a little shallow hole right there. And then we'll hold it up off the bottom until we get to the second hole, which starts right about here. Now we're in that second deep hole. And we'll just do stop and go as we go through that second hole there. Sometimes I like to jig it down to the bottom as we're coming out of it. You can tell it's starting to sink faster. And then we'll just hold it right there. We're coming in. There's another hole. Right. It's shallow right here. And then about 80 feet it starts getting deep again. And it's kind of deep all the way to... There's kind of a deep channel through here. I like to get the lure. Oh man. We're in a bad fishing time when they start kind of nibbling on it like that and not taking. There he is right there. You can actually catch fish. Literally, I've caught fish right there. Steelhead. Okay, let's look at our time. See, we're in a horrible fishing time. I'm going to jump on over here. The unique steelhead, I've only really caught it at night. And on this lure here. Ooh, what a beautiful cast. That's full blast. Okay, and it's right at the end. Just, I'm going to jig it as it goes down. It's getting shallow. Those old steelheads, when they first hit, they have a little bit of stamina. Then they give up. Again, this is a heavy-duty rod here. It's a little big for steelhead. That's why I'm getting the tackle penalty. But if you hook into the unique steelhead, it does give it a little bit of a workout. Not too much. Trophy steelhead. Okay, see, I lost 156 because of how heavy the rod is. But there's very few casting rods that can cast this big a lure that can cast it. Well, actually, I don't think there's any other rod that can actually cast this far with this particular lure. There he is again. Yeah, I mean, you'll almost never get your lure back if you're fishing at any kind of a decent fishing time. If you're casting, you're going to get hooked up every single time. Sorry about that. Got a scratch. I've been mowing grass all day. Okay. Well, let's see. 2 casts, 2 fish. Now there we go. Ooh, this looks a little better. Nope. Give up too fast. Steelhead just bite really, really good on this lure at night. No, this is a Chinook. Nice Chinook. Oh, I just leveled up. Level 56. Woohoo! Yeah. All right. So 3 casts, 3 fish. There we go. 4 casts, 4 fish. Hi there, John. Let me see what you're saying here. Was messing with my storage and now I can't get my guns back, like they're not equipped. Sometimes there are glitches with the Hunter Call of the Wild. Trophy striped bass. Okay, so we've got the trophy steelhead and the trophy striped bass. But yeah, so back to Hunter Call of the Wild. Restart your system because it does glitch out like that on occasion, and sometimes just restarting will fix it. Are you a new player, or have you played the game a lot, or are you just starting? Let's see here. I didn't cast in quite the same spot. Okay, so you're a new player. All right. Okay, so let me... the Hunter Call of the Wild has a really complex menu system. I actually have a video that gives you a complete walkthrough for how to operate the menu. I have one for Xbox and one for PC. So I would recommend that before you continue playing, you go ahead and look those up on my YouTube channel. And just look for the beginner's guides and the menu system. Now, they're quite extensive because the menu system is quite extensive. But I would really recommend you watch those if you're on PC or on Xbox. I don't have one for PS3 or 5 or whatever. I don't have one of those because I just don't have a PS system, a PlayStation. But it's going to be similar on those. So I love the game, and I have a lot of walkthroughs and a lot of guides, like how to equip a weapon. I actually have a specific video for just how to equip weapons in the Call of the Wild. And so if you look on my channel, you can find that. So there's a lot of videos out there that really help with the menu systems that I have on my channel and different things. So if you're needing help with that kind of stuff, I recommend watching those videos, because a lot of people are very confused, get very confused by the menu system. It's not very intuitive. Let's just say it like that. So what is that? That's what I lost count. 7, 8 casts. I have a fish every time, except for that one time I missed the bite. But yeah, so this is a great lure, and you don't need, if you just have a spinning rod, you're just gonna just catch Chinooks, striped bass, and steelhead, and you can catch largemouth and smallmouth right up here. But let's go. What is this? Cast number 9 now. Oh, you're so welcome, John. I'm glad to help, and if you need more help, don't hesitate to come back. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Come back, or write me a message and comment. I try to read all my comments every day and respond in the comment section. So if I can help you out, just let me know. This is going to be probably the unique steelhead, or unique striped bass. Yeah, this is a good fish here. Come on, guys. Come on. Like I said, this is a pretty good rod, and it's giving a little bit of a workout. So it's not really fighting like a steelhead. It's not jumping as much as I would expect. Whoa. It looks like a steelhead. No, it's a striped bass. Boom, unique striped bass. Check it out. All right. 1100 XP almost. Let's mark that. Now, I got to say, this is the first time I've actually caught that fish casting right there. But like I'm saying, this lure is deadly in this spot. And since with this particular rod you can cast so far, you're covering so much distance, and there's these little holes. There's several spawning spots that you have a chance of catching fish at. Had a bite, missed it. See, now it's getting shallow. There's no fish in the shallow areas. There's a little hole right there. Right there. Now we're down in this channel. Now this channel's pretty deep. You got to let it fall to the bottom. Another bite, missed it. See that? It's falling to the bottom. I like to get down close to the bottom. Now it's starting to come up the bank here. I have sometimes caught fish literally as the lure's coming out of the water. Well, that was nice to help one of my subscribers. I always like to help when I can. I don't know everything, but I'm glad to share what I do know. Oh, man, another bite right there and just missed it. Come on. I'm going to get down close to the bottom. Coming out of that hole there. Man, they're hitting and missing. It's cloudy. If you're getting a lot, there we go. Right here, 30 feet. Boom. Nice Chinook, man. He hit that sucker. Right there. I mean, right 30 feet away. Now, you're wondering why I don't cast anywhere else. If I cast right there, I can hook striped bass, but that's all I'm going to catch. And only at the far distance. Once it gets into like 200 feet, there's nothing. And also, out here, you can catch steelhead way out there close to that dock. But there's pretty much nothing else in between. But this one right here, there's just, let's go to the map here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So you can see I'm casting right on the edge of this thing right here. And then, so it gets shallow right here. Then there's this deep hole here. And then there's the deep hole right here. The other one's way over here. And you can see it's trophy striped bass. I have caught the unique there. I just don't have a mark for it. If you're on the dock, you actually can hit this a lot easier. But see, you're crossing 3 different areas with the potential to get a bite. Whereas this one, the only place you're going to get a lure hit is pretty much right here. And then in here, there's just nothing. So that's why this particular casting spot works really good. Let's cast over here, see what happens. I've only caught the unique that way, but sometimes different days. We'll see. Well, something really small. Now that could be a smallmouth bass. It looks like it might be actually a smallmouth bass. And boom, we have caught them all. So I told you, you can catch it. I'm going to cast towards that tree now. We have officially caught every fish at San Joaquin from this one spot. Either in the trophy or unique. Okay? Trophy carp. I've caught trophy bluegills, trophy red ears. Trophy crappie. Trophy steelhead. Trophy striped bass. Unique steelhead. Unique striped bass. And you can catch the other ones too. So, really, this is the only real place you need to fish in Fishing Planet right here. You can catch everything from right here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. This feels... That was a good hit. Let's see if it's jumping too much to build any power. So, it's acting like a steelhead. No, it's a Chinook. Nice one. That's going to be a good one here. 17 pounds. Wow. Let's try that again. See, I'm not getting any hits out there in that first one. Not like up here. Yeah, there's that shallow place. Get past that. Now we're dropping back in that second. Let's call it a gut or a glut. We're coming out of that second one. Not even a nibble. All right, that's coming into the third one here. There he is. Another smallmouth bass. Oh, a largemouth. Okay. Let's go back over here, because this is where I've caught unique stillies and now unique striped bass. I like this spot better. Get that lure down. I like that being close to the bottom with the lure. The lure indicator here really helps on these. There we go. Boom. Bigger fish. I'd really like to catch that unique stilly. Steelhead. I thought that was going to be a bigger one, maybe a trophy, but nope. How many casts have I done in this spot, and I think I've only got my hook back one time without a fish on it? I don't know, 15, 20. Yeah, that unique steelhead is going to be caught right within the first 10, 15 feet of pulling the lure. And the steelhead is way right on the edge. I've never caught it I've always caught it in the first glut or hole, and then I've never caught it in the second hole. Now I can put on a different lure and cast further, but it's so shallow, it's hard to keep a heavier lure off the bottom. But I'll give it a try. We'll see. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me put this 2-ounce 6/0 medium spoon. Now I'll be able to cast this about 10 feet further than the 1/0. Oh, I didn't get a full. Ow! Oh, okay. Man, another steelhead. Man, the way it hit, I thought it was bigger. But those steelheads, they have a lot of stamina. I mean, right out of the tank, they hit hard. But if they can't hold it up and pull it back into the red, then you just got a common on. No, this is a striped bass. All right. He nailed that thing. Ooh, that's a full max. 286. It's hard. It's falling. Put it way up here towards. It's hard to keep that thing off the bottom. Ooh, something hit it. There we go. Now we're in the deeper water. Go up high. Now. Now I get, ooh, right here. nice fish. Boom. I can increase my retrieve speed, but I find you get more bites at speed 2 on this reel. If I go to 3, it's a little fast, but I have caught them. Well, let's see. That's 2 casts, 2 fish. Ooh, nice hit right there. Let's try speed 3. It's easier to keep it up off the bottom at speed 3. But it's moving fast, buddy. And the smaller fish aren't going to get that big old hook in their mouth as easily. You got to be like a trophy or a unique most of the time to grab hold of this thing. I mean, I'm getting hits. It's gotten a hit every time, but it's not. The 1 ounce 4/0 seems to have a much better hookup ratio. We'll give it one more cast. There he is. One more cast. Come on, come on. Hold that thing up there. There's definitely a stilly here. The way it's jumping. No, it's a Chinook. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Guess we're not going to catch that unique stilly tonight. I usually have caught it by now. Slow it down a little bit. coming in. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I can't. We'll put these big ollies out. That's not what I was trying to do. Let's go with 6-0 hook. And I'm going to put it right there. Oops, wrong one. And let's see. Got an 8-0. Spawn sacks work really good for these unique these steel heads. I've never caught a unique on it, but they work really good for steel heads. And let's see, I've got this rod here, which, what is it, number 6 is hooked up. Okay. And let's see what we're gonna do. Let's run this down to 80 inches. Gonna put it down there. See if we can catch it on one of these rods. I'd love to catch it on this stream. It's not an easy fish to catch, but I've caught it many times. It's just not, you might need to be on a clear night. I'll try. Gotta be careful. We'll hit that dock. Oh, there was a hit. Let's look at our time. We're past the good time. It's already going to the next day. Okay, so guys, that is San Joaquin. We've caught every fish from one spot. We've caught the unique striped bass. I've got the trophy stilly, but not the unique. I have caught it. I just there and there. It's just not going to happen tonight. So let's go back to the global store. Okay. And let's do a little something different here. I made quite a bit of money there, so we're good. And XP. Yeah, no, not doing all that. Now, let me do a little switcheroo here on my tackle. Let's put all this home. All right. Now let's take these. Get all this stuff out of here. Okay. I like to keep my backpack kind of cleaned up. Don't like to keep things in there that I don't need. Just keep the basic stuff in here that I need. Let me go ahead and replenish some baits here. Insect worm baits. I like... where's my crickets at? There we go. So yeah, that's a lot of crickets. And let me replenish my bloodworms. Okay. The great thing about baits is okay, now, all right. Let's go to our templates here, and we are going to let's see. Let's put that in that slot right there. Okay. All right, now let's go here. 1, 2. Why can't that be equipped? What do I miss? What am I missing? Okay. Not sure why. It says I got everything. What's missing here? It's a Leviathan. Yes, I got the reel. I guess I'm missing the rod. That's what it is. I'm missing the rod. So we'll just go ahead and do this one here, which is not the same. I'm missing the reel on this one. Okay. All right. Let's put that heavy chaser in there. Go to our lines here. We got our line. What line do I have here? 66 pound. Oh, that's not it. Hmm. £53. It's a 57-pound. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Just throw that in there. And the rod. Okay. Throw that on there. 8/0 hook. Let's see. Got a lot of leaders, guys. There we go. That's the leader I want right there. And we'll go with bait. Just go with peas. All right, now, since this template's no good no more, I'm just going to clear this. And we will go ahead and save it. Name it. All right. Now we've got that set up there. That's 3 of those. What should we do here? I don't really have another rod to go in there. Let's Laker Pro, Creek Pro. Why do I have 2 of these reels? I'm missing some rods here. Interesting. It's like I'm missing a rod. Because I have the reels. For the rod. But I don't have the rod. Well, let's solve it, man. Let's solve it. I got some money. I got plenty of money. Let's go here. And let's see what rod we've got. We can get here. Well, I can get a heavy chaser. That's the rod I've got. Well, get that. That's a little bit heavier than what I got. Let's grab that. Okay, so that goes in there. Now that's a 59-pound. Now it's a 57-pound reel. Not the perfect. I mean, it'll work. It's not like it's bad. But can we do better? Can we do better? There's that. What's the next one? 52. So, oh, I can get that. Or this XL spinner. Like that. Look at that one. 65-pound. I like this one because it's got the 12 friction count. Let's try it out. Let's just see what happens. It's money, but we'll put it on. Now, let's see here. I can do a 60-pound test line, so I need... What is the braid that I'm using here? 66-pound. Let's put that on there. All right, and go back down to the mono leaders, and that'll go on there. that. Barbless. Bell. And peace. Okay, good. Right now, what do we need to do here? We got 4 bottom rods and see here. That don't work. Okay, that's good. All right, let's go back to San Joaquin, guys. So we're heading back to San Joaquin. We've already got a license for that lake, and we're gonna go right back here, and let's see what we can do on making money. All right, so San Joaquin. Let me get this out here. Let's go ahead and get a private room here. Okay. All right, now let's go. Now we're going to go back here to this little divot, and we're going to aim kind of like right here, and 1 step back, drop that. All right, now let's pull up these here. We're going to go with duck muscle meat. Okay. And going to throw right here. Went a little bit too far. Going to bring it back to 115. Drop that. Pull this up. I ain't gonna be in the water very long at all. Already getting hit. Okay. And we're gonna put this that'll work. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's look at our time. Time should be good. We can go to my menu here. I've got 10-0 hooks. And there we go. The goal here, guys, is just to fill the net as fast as possible. There's a sturgeon. All right. 8-0 hooks work a lot better than 10-0. I'm going to change those out when I get a chance. 51 pounds. Okay. Oh, well, it'd be nice to put some drag on that sucker. What we got going on here? Ooh, trophy carp. Check it out. 20-pound trophy carp. And this spot right here is just really good for catching both sturgeon and trophy carp. I'm going to pull this in and change out the hook. I like the 8.0 for this lake. It works a lot better. You get bites on the 10.0, but you won't catch as many fish as fast than with the 8.0 or 8.0. I say 8.0. Some people say 8.0. But this is my grinding spot. If you're just getting to San Joaquin and you want to grind and make cash and XP, this is how you do it, guys. Right here. See there, that 8.0 has already got hit up. This is where you're going to make the money, guys. Now, sturgeon are not worth as much as they're not worth as much as carp. Carp are actually a lot more valuable than sturgeon, but sturgeon are big. Ooh, buddy, this is going to be a really good carp. Because this is going to be like a 30-pound carp. Maybe unique. Oh my gosh. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Come back here. Oh my gosh. There's a big old carp. Trophy. Like I said, 30-pound. Okay. The problem here is keeping all your rods in the water because you get so many. Duck muscle meat, guys. 8.0 hooks at San Joaquin. And just hang on for the ride because you're going to be pulling in nothing but big, huge fish, guys. You don't catch little ones. You catch those good ones. Get that back out there. Got to get my rods back in the water. That was a 30-pound carp, man. I like to keep my rods in a certain order. Oops. Ooh, I didn't have that one clipped. Get it back. Thought I had it clipped, but I didn't. I've already put 183 pounds in the net. Go over here. Show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, so trophy carp 350 XP. This one 900 XP. There's 30 pounds, 900 XP. Here's a 39 pound, only 588. Here's 42, 600. Here's a 51 pound, and it's 762. So you see the carp is just worth more XP. Okay, cash wise, the sturgeon is bigger, and it does earn about as much cash wise, but XP you're earning about another 30% more XP by catching carp than sturgeon. But the duck muscle meat will catch them both on the same rig, and you can fill that net up pretty fast. Now, if you go down to a 6-0 hook or 6-aught hook, you'll catch more carp and more sturgeon, but you'll catch more smaller carp, and they won't be as valuable. And every time you see that rod get bit over here, you know it's a good carp, because you're not going to catch sturgeon over on this side. Look at that. Look at the gut on that one. Whew, almost a 30-pound carp on almost 900 XP. All right. Now, if things are slow, I'll just grab my lure rod, because steelhead actually make good money too. But I'm going to go back to that 1-ounce lure. That lure right there just seems to work better. Ooh, beautiful cast. I love those Max. Ah, man. Two nice hits. They just didn't hang on. Oh, I'm going too fast. That's why. There we go. Something little. That little smallmouth. Alright, so I'm going to do something here. I'm going to show you a little something here. I'm going to go to a 6.0, and instead of duck muscle meat, I'm going to put corn on. All right, and let me just kind of show you what happens with the 6.0 hook and corn. You stand a better chance of catching a unique carp than with the duck muscle meat and the. I'm going to do the same thing over here with this rod. I'll put peas on this one. They will bite. I've caught the unique. I've never caught a unique on duck muscle meat here at San Joaquin, but I've caught uniques on corn, peas, sweet corn, and sweet peas about equally. I mean, pretty much just kind of like all four of those baits work equally as good. What in the world? We got flying carp. I like to keep my rods in a certain slot. That's one thing I love about this spot is you can grind on carp and sturgeon, and also with your lure rod be catching steelies, salmon, striped bass. There we go. And be earning some good XP on those two. And you just don't get bored here because, see, you're going to catch a lot more smaller carp on the 6.0 hook and corn, but you also stand a chance of catching the unique. So if you run both rods, like one with duck muscle and 8.0, you'll catch more trophy carp on that one than on the 6/0 with the corn. But so doing both is kind of the best of both worlds. Ah, man. A little bit of I've had 2 or 3 nibbles. On cloudy days, you get a lot more of that nibbling going on where you get these missed bites. There we go. There's going to be a carp. Whoa. Ooh, 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 ooh. We got him. A nice steelhead. There we go. Well, we got two going on. Look at that. Yeah, see, you catch a lot of these commons. They're still good size, 10 pounds, and they're worth about as much XP as that steelhead. But now, if you want to fish with a float rod, you can do that too. Let's see, we got a 4-0 hook. Let's just chunk this kind of like right down there. There we go. Ooh, nice one. This is going to be a decent trophy, maybe a unique. We'll see. Yeah, it's putting little tugs on that drag. I don't think it's a unique, but because the unique carp here, I've caught them about 55 pounds. Yeah, it is going to be the unique. You can tell that big old gut sticking down there. Unique, there's 40 pound unique common carp right there. Okay, see? We'll mark that right there. We still have a chance of catching it on this one too. These are two different fishing holes. So you can catch up to two unique... Oh, why am I doing that? Not what I want to do. I'll go ahead and pull it in. All right, let's throw it out. It's a little bit too far. All right, let's see what little minnow down there can do. Wow, something already on it. There we go. If you don't want to throw your lure rod, just bring you a nice little float rod. I get tired of casting lures all the time. Cast out a minnow. Keep it interesting. Keep filling that basket. We're at 300 pounds already, just in the first peak of the morning. So, you know, because I'm at level 56, but if you're just getting here and you have, say, a 200-pound keep net or a 300-pound keep net, it's already full. You know, you didn't even waste any time. You're already full, and you're already ready to go to the next day. Now, I have a pretty big keeper because I'm at level 56, but you know, if you get here with a 400-pound net, you know, a couple more fish, I'm going to be there. Boy, that 6-0 hook and that corn is really killing them. Oh, wow, that was a very short strike. Corn seems to be getting the hits. I'm going to switch this peas out for corn. We're getting bites. Is anybody out there watching? If you are, go ahead and say hello in the chat area. Let's get a discussion going. Got a little bit of a slow time here. I may fast forward the time here in just a minute. We don't get bit up pretty fast, but hopefully in this stream you've learned several things. First, you've learned you can catch every fish in at San Joaquin without moving. You literally, this one spot, you can catch everything. You can catch uniques here. You just saw the unique carp. You saw the unique striped bass. I haven't caught the unique steelhead, but I have in the past caught it here many times. Sturgeon and a lot of trophies of different kinds. Every fish on the map right here in this spot. You know, come here and like I said, and you can do that. Now, if you're grinding for cash and money, this is also the spot to do it at. Come on now. And get bit up here soon. I'm thinking the time has just gotten pretty bad. Normally I don't go this long without a bite, so let me... Got to pull a rod in here so I can check the time. We're on the downside. and there's no good time. I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to go here. And I could stay fishing, but it's not going to get any better than it is right now. So we'll just fast forward the time. And I think things will improve significantly. There we go. Oh, we already got 2 on. We will have 3 on, I guarantee it. This is going to be a trophy carp here. Nice. This is going to be another trophy carp. Or maybe a unique. This could be a unique carp, maybe. Nope. Ooh, yeah. This is going to be a common. This could be a sturgeon. Yep, sturgeon. £48 sturgeon, 3,000 cash. Paying for that new rod and reel. I just spot. That's going to be this thing. Striped bass. I'm gonna change the hook out on this. We'll go with a 6.0. I'm gonna go with spawn sacks. Another trophy carp. Another 29 pound, almost 30 pound. Man, I love those big carp. That 8/0 hook, man, it really kind of targets those really bigger carp trophies. Problem is you catch everything so fast, it takes a bit. You have to wait. You just hook them, and then all of a sudden you have to wait a little bit for things to kind of spawn. Oh, it's already got another bite. £50, dude. We're about to have everything on. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There's a unique carp right here. No, get it. Wow. I gotta get this one in. Come on. Knew it. 43 pounds. That one got away. I'll get this one here. Wow, 43 pound unique. It's going to be a sturgeon. Go ahead and mark that one. Yeah. I lost a trophy, but I got the unique. And I was fighting 4 rods. I'm going to get 3 of the 4 fish in, so. This is going to be a big sturgeon. It's going to be 50 pounder. Way it's pulling. 53. It's. £52, yeah. Told you. I got to get some rods out. I got to get. Wow, the biting's on good. You got. Ooh, yeah. We've got a good one going on here. Man, when the bite hits, everything's going. You got to have some good equipment to be able to get them in. If you had weaker rods, you're not going to be able to get them. I mean, you're just going to lose a lot of fish. That's the thing. You got to have your best equipment. When the bite is good, the bite is good. I thought that was going to be a better fish. This one has caught the unique twice in a row. Wow. I was just picking it up. Trophy. No, that's going to be common. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, you can tell that I know because I told you I'm going to switch to a 6/0 hook and corn, and I'm going to catch unique. And what did I do? Caught 2 uniques on it. Not one on, you know, it's just the way it is. Everything I'm telling you is happening before your eyes. So, you know, we've got almost 700 pounds of fish already. And I just fished the first peak and skipped all the way to the night. And I lost another, like a trophy carp, because I just had too many fish on all at once. So, I mean, how much more proof you need? This is where, I mean, what do we got in? We've got a lot of fish. I'll pull a fish in here. And my basket's already worth a lot of money. I mean, when you get to San Joaquin, you're not going to have a 700-pound keeper net. I think it's like 490. Can't remember what keeper net you can get when you at the level that when you get here. But you know, it would have already been full, and you'd had to skip to the next day. So, and you'd be earning good money. Good money. This is how to grind right here at San Joaquin. Don't tell anyone tell you anything different. This is where you make your money, San Joaquin. And it doesn't take that long. It's pretty fast. This is a cloudy day. Okay. I'm not even using any like a spotting rod or anything. I've tried spotting. There's another trophy. Maybe. Let's see. Look like I think it's common. Yeah, this, like I said, you'll catch uniques on this rod, but you also catch more commons. Now you'll only catch 1 unique per peak. Okay, that's in each spot. You're not more than 1 available. Almost 700 pounds. And we still have, I mean, the peak fishing time just gets better. So that's what happened. You catch all the fish, and then it has to respawn some fish. Ooh, you see that head shake? I'm surprised that I've caught both of the uniques over there, which right over here is the better place for the uniques. I'm gonna come into 85 feet. But it is a cloudy day, and weather does affect different bites and different locations. There we go. The 6/0 hook with the corn is just killing it. Let's look at our time. It's still going up. Now let's look here at our fish. All right. Look at the common. Corn, peas, corn. All that's common. Okay. Corn, all common. Okay. Caught 1. See. But now this is on the 8/0 hook. The 8/0 hook. All the smaller carp have been caught on the 6/0 hook. I've caught some on the two commons on the duck muscle meat. But that's a lot of smaller common carp. Now, trophy, duck muscle, corn, duck muscle, corn, and then you got the two uniques. Okay, so I don't know. More trophies, like I said, more trophies on the duck muscle and the 8.0 hook, and they're good size. I mean, let's look here. What was this one worth? Check that out. 1700 XP, my friend. 1500 XP. You know, but a good trophy is worth 900. So if you catch more of those, how many trophies we've caught so far? Normally I do catch more trophies. I normally catch about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. You know, I normally catch a few more trophies. But again, it's a cloudy day, so. And I did lose that one that I had on there. So I would have had 7 if I got that. So I always target the trophies too, because the trophies are worth more than the commons. We're in a downtime, but we still got a lot of peak left. We'll see how much we catch. Can I fill 1,100 pounds just fishing 2 peaks? Now, some days have 3 peaks. They have a morning peak and an afternoon peak and then a night peak. This day only has 2 peaks. So if you fish all 3 peaks, but I'm just fishing 2 fishing peaks or bite peaks out of the day. And I'm already over 700 pounds. Tell you what I'm going to do. I will catch more commons, but I'll fill the net up. Going to go ahead and switch everything over. 6.0. Corn. I'm going to leave duck muscle meat on that one because I can catch sturgeon on it. You will not catch sturgeon on corn. The only bait that is both a sturgeon and a carp will bite is the duck muscle meat. Now, if I had all 4 rods pointed over here, I'd have more chance. But you only seem to catch a couple of sturgeon, and then that's it. Oh, minnow's not really doing much. Oops. Wait a second here. Thought for sure. Let's go ahead and grab the lure rod. What a beautiful cast. I love it when I hit it just perfect. 271. Let it go to the bottom. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's really odd. I would have thought I had a fish There we go. Small one, but I got it. Didn't hit very good on that one, but there we go. Now, here we go. The fish respawned. It'll do that. That looks like a trophy. Nope, just a hard fighting common. Ooh, nice. Come on. Oh, don't give up. Ah. There we go. There we go. Little one. Largemouth. Smalley. Largemouth. See that fish jumping right there? There we go. All right. We're in a high peak, so I'm really not sure why we're not getting just hammered. Catching small things. Ha ha ha. Got off. Whoa, that was not a very good cast. Let it drop to the bottom here. Catching plenty of largemouths. Let's see here. They're just not biting very good. I can throw this a little bit further maybe. Let's see here. Nope. There we go. Well, that may be all she wrote. Not getting very many good hits on lures or on bait. Even though it says a high peak. There we go. Just catching those commons. All right. Let's see what. There's a little peak here. There is a high peak there. Let's just go to this. All right. So 15,000, 58,000 cash. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Let's try it day 2. This is partly cloudy, so maybe a little better. Little better. Yeah. That was a cloudy day. I mean, we still did pretty good. But the bite was kind of rough. They're always going to catch those sturgeon right off the bat. £54. That is about as big as they get. This is going to be a common. This is going to be a unique. Maybe. Yeah, definitely. That right there, the one that's going on, it's a common. Probably going to lose it. No trophy. Get some rods out so I can monopolize on this good biting time. Not catching the trophies. If I'd had the 8-0s out, I'd catch more trophies than. And that run is over. There we go. Whoa. There we go. There's a trophy. See, put that duck muscle meat on. I don't know why the uniques won't bite it, but the trophies will. It's just totally crazy. Nice. There we go. Another trophy on duck muscle meat. But then I'll catch the unique on the corn. It's just the craziest thing. Yeah. £30 trophy. I like to keep record of the bigger ones I catch. I just switched that duck muscle meat out and caught 2 trophies pretty fast. Duck muscle meat here. There we go. Small one. Well, Well, guys, I hope you've learned a lot about San Joaquin during this stream. I've tried to teach you a lot of different things, how to grind here, how to make money, and this right here, you've seen the big carp I've caught, you've seen the sturgeon, you've seen the uniques, you've seen the all the different fish. So, it's easy. This is the one spot in San Joaquin that is just a great place to be and to catch all the fish. There's other spots where you can catch different fish, but there's no place like this one for just catching everything in here, and pretty much everything in the whole pond here. So this stream's about to come to the end here. We're coming up on midnight. So I stream Fishing Planet videos every Friday from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. or midnight. 3-hour stream. If you want to join me next Friday for Fishing Planet Fridays or Fishing Fridays, be here at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That if you're in Europe, that will be -6 Greenwich Mean Time. Guys, and I hope you've learned a lot during this stream on how to fish here in San Joaquin. I'm not ending the stream. We still got about 14 minutes to go, but just want to get this information out there for you. Now, Mondays is Minecraft Mondays. I'll be streaming from 9 p.m. to midnight doing Minecraft. And I do a special edition of Minecraft, not the complex stuff. It's very simple for beginners, especially since I'm a senior. I kind of gear it towards seniors, kind of learning how to do different things and explain things in simple. So if you're new to Minecraft, you're older, you've thought about it, and you want to give it a try, and you're kind of, afraid or nervous because how complex it is. It is very complex. I have a lot of streams available starting, and I'm getting to a little bit more advanced stuff right now, but still the basics, still covering the basics. None of the super elaborate stuff that you see online that's just really complex. Still covering the basic mechanics of everything. And so this next Monday, I'll be streaming about villagers and building up a town, a villager town, and when the new Call of the Wild reservation pack comes out, I'm probably gonna do a Call of the Wild stream from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. on Wednesdays. We'll call it Wild Wednesdays because the Call of the Wild. So. But we'll see how that goes. But right now we're doing Fishing Fridays 9 to 12 p.m. and Minecraft Mondays 9 to 12 p.m. So if you're into Minecraft, I'll also do that. And if you're into Fishing Planet, I'll do that. Next week, probably going to be traveling to St. Croix Lake to show you how to grind on walleye. And maybe we'll do a little walleye versus pike thing to see which one actually turns out better. And if you have any ideas or for a stream that you want to see in Fishing Planet, something that you want to learn or something that you would like me to address and answer a question about something, comment on my video below on YouTube. Comment on my video and let me know what it is, and I'll research that and we'll create a video or a stream about that one in the future. So make sure if you have any questions to comment. So looks like it's pretty much dead. The bite's over. Let me reel one of these rods in. I got 10 minutes left on this stream, and I don't want to sit here just no. Well, even though the time is good, and I'm not even in the top of the stream. I should be getting bites. It's just crazy how slow it is when I'm in such a great bite zone. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, it's about 5:59 p.m. game time. So when it switches to 6 o'clock, we probably are going to get a run and get a bunch of bites all at once, because that's switching over to the peak of the peak. So we still got a few minutes, and so we'll just continue to fish and hopefully catch a bunch of fish right before this stream ends. Come on, guys. Let's get it on. Like I said, but when you come to San Joaquin, you don't really have that big a fishing net. I've already got 244 pounds. So I had that in essentially about 5, maybe 10 minutes real time. The rest of the time I've just been sitting here talking and waiting for bites. So skipping forward does help, but of course you can't do that very often because they do have a cool down time, which kind of, if you want to spend bait coin, you can. And I do have plenty of bait coin to spend. But if you do it all the time, you'll quickly run out of bait coin. I like to save my bait coin to expand storage, buy tackle templates, and things that are really important. I've got more, I'll wait for the time. Now you can't skip forward at night. There's no cooldown time as far as skipping time at night. There we go. Come on. What in the world? There we go. Yeah, so I told you, switch to 6 o'clock. And we're going to be getting a lot of fish bites. This is a really small fish. I'm not going to worry about it. This is a better fish here. I'd love to catch one more unique. No. 11-pound salmon. Throw it down there. This is probably going to be a sturgeon. Yeah. Always can tell the sturgeons. They're kind of like a slow-moving bus. There we go. 52-pound sturgeon, man. They don't get much bigger. 55 pounds, about like the biggest sturgeon ever caught. So I caught a 54.6 pound. That's about as big as they get. You're not going to catch them much bigger. That's 52 pounds. Yeah, that 8.0 hook with that duck muscle meat, it really targets in on those big sturgeon and those trophy carp. You won't hardly catch a small one. 40 pounds a small one. Now, if you go with a different hook or different bait, you're like a 6.0 hook and say spawn sacks or something like that, you will catch 30 pounders, but you don't hardly catch them on the duck muscle meat on the 8.0 hook. You don't catch those small ones. Got 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. I was really thinking there was going to be a better run. We did get a few fish, but not. I was thinking we were going to get like 4 rods at a time. But that is not what happened. Well, come on. Yeah. They're just not biting very good this day. I mean, that's crazy. That was not a very good run at all. You've seen it when it's good. I mean, I had fish on 4 rods. I'll break this out. There we go. Happens every time. Get a lure rod out, they'll start biting. Coming up on the end of this stream. There we go. Wow, not even a nibble. There was a little tiny hit. There we go. Got something. Oh, salmon, man. Well, guys, that's all she wrote. Well, we're going to finish it with one last fish. Oh, lure pays off. It's always good to throw that lure. I'll tell you, that 1 ounce medium spoon, buddy, it's a deadly fish killer for here, even on days. That's 17 pounds, Nick. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this and it's taught you something. And, well, I look forward to seeing you next time on Fishing Fridays. Until then, you guys have a good week, good weekend.